the face who runs the place.
I am the best thing going today.
Rest in peace.
The future is standing in front of you.
Tonight on Raw, after their verbal encounter last week, Bayley and Charlotte do battle in one-on-one action. Plus, Baron Corbin takes on Universal Champion Braun Strowman in a rematch from Battleground. Can Corbin get himself another championship match by defeating the monster? Find out tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Looks like the time has come to pull the plug on the weak. Your independence gone, control is not what it seems. It's time to rise up and take it into the streets. The life support is cut, the transformation complete. My actions don't seem so clean. You're out there pulling the strings. Anything in a cage that couldn't hold has escaped and it's out of your control. Everything you ever hoped that you could be only exists in a fake reality. You and I are one in the same. One reflection, bound by different names. Recognize that you have begun everything you hate, everything you hate.
We are 3 weeks away until the next Raw exclusive pay-per-view primed for glory as we welcome you tonight to Monday Night Raw in Albany, New York. And we are set to kick things off with women's action as here comes Bayley. WWE fans on their feet here in the Empire State for the true hugger. The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from San Jose, California, it's Bayley. Bayley making her way down to the ring as she is set for action here tonight against Charlotte, who said some pretty discouraging things about her last week here on the Red Brand. Bayley actually, after hearing those remarks, went to our general manager Kevin Nash and requested this matchup with Charlotte here this evening. Bayley looking for a bit of payback for what Charlotte said about her last week. Introducing her opponent from the Queen City, Charlotte. And there is Charlotte, the woman who believes that nice guys finish last. The woman who believes that Bayley will not make it to the top here in Monday Night Raw's women's division. Charlotte stated last week that Bayley may have made it to the top in NXT, but she said that is NXT and this is Monday Night Raw. It's a whole other animal, according to Charlotte. Charlotte said that if Bayley continues in her current mindset, she is going to be eaten alive here on the Red Brand. And so here we go. What a matchup to open up tonight's show. Bayley versus Charlotte, and we are underway. And Bayley, you can already see the frustration and the aggression coming out as Bayley pushes Charlotte into the corner to begin this match. And surprisingly, a clean break there. I really thought Charlotte was going to take a cheap shot like she usually would, but not tonight. As now Charlotte gaining control of this matchup. Chinlock applied here on Bayley. Charlotte wrenching away as she drives her knee into the back of the true hugger. Bayley though reversing back now with a fireman's carry takeover. Drives her elbow into the back there of Charlotte. Goes for the chop, but Charlotte puts a stop to that. And now off that stomp to the face, Charlotte drags Bayley to the center of the ring and delivers a massive knee to the skull. And that is the advantage that Charlotte has here in this matchup, the power. Oh, as Bayley with a kick there on the apron. Dazes Charlotte. And now Bayley with a double axe handle. Dropping Charlotte there down to the mat. Now Bayley, drop kick right there to the face. As I was saying though, Charlotte really does have the power advantage over Bayley here tonight. I mean, Charlotte is one hell of an athlete. You gotta give her credit where it's due, as there's a chop in the corner now by Bayley. And Charlotte back up to a vertical base now thanks to the true hugger, as Charlotte gets sent into the turnbuckle. Oh, and there's a big boot by Charlotte, catching Bayley off guard, and now Charlotte from behind, face buster, driving Bayley's face into the mat with force. And now Charlotte gonna go after the leg of Bayley, no doubt looking for that figure 8 leg lock later on in the match. Charlotte gonna weaken down the knees and legs of Bayley. As now Bayley goes headfirst off the turnbuckle over and over again. But now Bayley fights back and Charlotte goes headfirst off the turnbuckle again. And now from behind, German suplex by Bayley. And Bayley is all fired up right now. Can she keep this momentum going, as there's a big knee to the face of Charlotte. Charlotte back up to her feet. And now Bayley. Neckbreaker to Charlotte. Bayley with the offensive maneuvers right now. Can Charlotte turn the tide around here in this match? Elbow to the skull there by Bayley. And now Bayley sets up Charlotte. There's the Bayley Plex. Bayley Plex delivered. Is that enough to put away Charlotte? Bayley into the cover, only for a 2 count. 2 count there for Bayley. More damage needs to be made. As now Charlotte gets picked back up to her feet, reverses Bayley, sends her into the corner, and then follows up with that massive forearm. And a bit of trash talk there as well from Charlotte. And now Bayley has been set up here. What is Charlotte going to do? Up to the second rope goes Charlotte, and there's a big splash. Splash to the midsection of Bayley, and now into the head scissors. And we are about to see the power of Charlotte that I was referring to earlier on. Charlotte with the power advantage, and boy is she utilising it right now with the head scissors. The leg strength of Charlotte is outmatched, in my opinion. And now Bayley's going to try and escape this predicament, and she manages to do so. Separation made as, oh, Bayley went for the clothesline, caught that neck breaker instead. What a reversal there by Charlotte, as now Charlotte flapjack to Bayley. And now into the cover goes Charlotte to put this matchup away. No, Bayley gets her shoulder up just in the nick of time. And now Charlotte's going to head up to the top rope. Moonsault may be incoming, and there it is. Moonsault there by Charlotte, and that could indeed be the end of this contest. Here's the cover, shoulders are down, Charlotte no. Bayley kicks out once again. Bayley, an incredibly resilient individual, as Charlotte looks for that neck breaker again, but this time Bayley able to counter, and now Bayley to belly. The Bayley to belly, catching Charlotte out of nowhere. Oh, Charlotte able to kick out at 2 there off the Bayley to belly. Bayley almost put away Charlotte. Bayley came so close just then on beating Charlotte here tonight, as now here comes the true hugger. More double axe handles, shoulder tackle in the corner now. And now Bayley lines up Charlotte, back elbow in the corner. Charlotte is dazed as she gets sent across the ring into the other corner. And now Bayley, wait a minute, what is this? Oh, Bayley Plex into the corner. That'll do some damage. Here's the cover. Hooking the outside leg is Bayley, but Charlotte somehow manages to stay alive. What an opening matchup this has been. Kick out after kick out. Both women want the victory here this evening because they realise it could have championship implications. As now Charlotte, another moonsault. Another moonsault by Charlotte. Here's the cover once again. And Bayley stays in it once more. And now here's Charlotte. Went for a double axe handle. Bayley, though, dodges. And now off that kick to the midsection. Lubberheastral cradle. Shoulders down here on Charlotte once again. But another kick out at 2 by the daughter of the Nature Boy. And now there's a snapmare takedown. And now Bayley back in the head scissors. Head scissors once again. And there's the power of Charlotte coming back into play. Oh, but this time Bayley able to escape quicker. Bayley able to escape out of the head scissors a lot quicker this time. As now, oh, another big forearm there in the corner. And now Charlotte shoots the half. Bayley could be out after that forearm. Oh, but Bayley. Ring presence there of Bayley able to get her foot on the bottom rope. And now Bayley rolls to the outside. Charlotte's going to follow. Bayley now back on the inside, as is Charlotte. Bayley, though, able to get the upper hand and send Charlotte into the corner. Back elbow. And now up to the second rope. Bayley, another elbow to the spine of Charlotte. Bayley may be closing in on a victory here tonight over Charlotte. That, in my opinion, would be an upset. As now Bayley, another Bayleyplex into the corner. Down goes Charlotte. Hooking the outside leg now is the true hugger to put this matchup away. No! Charlotte somehow stays in this matchup yet again. Unbelievable resilience on both of these women. As now Charlotte with the arm drag. And now Bayley head first off the turnbuckle once again now. And Bayley may be rattled after that. Bayley may be stunned. As now Charlotte, another moonsault. Third time, maybe a charm, but wait a minute. Charlotte may be looking to double down. 2 in a row. Charlotte, another moonsault. 2 moonsaults in a row. And Charlotte still not through with Bayley. The Queen's boot right to the face of Bayley. That's got to be it. Charlotte into the cover. Charlotte beats Bayley. What a matchup. Let's take a look at that again. 2 moonsaults in a row. Here was the first to a standing Bayley off the top rope. What agility on display. And then Charlotte goes ahead and outdoes herself by delivering a second moonsault in a row onto Bayley. Wow, what an athlete. And then just to finish off, Charlotte would line up Bayley for the Queen's boot right to the face. And after that, Bayley was done. Charlotte would hook the leg and get the victory here tonight on Monday Night Raw. Bayley gave that everything she had, but it just was not enough to put away the daughter of the Nature Boy. What a showing for both women. Congratulations on your victory, Charlotte. Keep up these victories and you may be in line to be the next #1 contender to the Raw Women's title. I am not understanding the game plan of Charlotte at all. What's she trying to do? Nevertheless, let's hope Bayley can bounce back from her loss that she suffered earlier on tonight. The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, the team of Rhino and Heath Slater. Rhino and Slater set for tag team action next here on the Red Brand, and it was 4 weeks ago that Slater's job was at stake in tag team action. Slater and Rhino teamed up for the first time to take on the Usos and wound up successful. I think Slater owes Rhino a lot for that victory, because due to that win 4 weeks ago, Slater can now remain an active competitor here on Monday Night Raw. Let's see how Rhino and Slater fare here tonight, as they are once again set for tag team action. Introducing their opponents. First, from Venice Beach, California, the Brian Kendrick. The Brian Kendrick making his way down to the ring now, and recently Kendrick has hooked up with the self-professed inspirational one, Bo Dallas, to form a tag team. However, they have not been doing so well in tag team competition. Bo Dallas took it upon himself last week to get himself a singles match with Kendrick in his corner against Hideo Itami. And unfortunately for Bo Dallas, Dallas came up short yet again. Will tonight be the night that Kendrick and Dallas finally get themselves a victory in tag team action? Introducing his tag team partner from Pensacola, Florida, Bo Dallas. And there he is, the self-professed inspirational one, Bo Dallas. And I wonder if Kendrick is a believer in Bo. Going by Bo Dallas's track record of wins and losses, you wouldn't think so, but you never know. Maybe Kendrick does have some confidence in Bo Dallas, and if the night is right, maybe they could get a victory. And maybe tonight is that night. Bo Dallas teaming up with the Brian Kendrick to take on Rhino and Heath Slater. That is our next matchup of the evening here tonight on Raw. And it's going to be Heath Slater starting things off with the Brian Kendrick as the referee calls for the bell, and here we go. Kendrick out of the gate gets caught with that flapjack. Kendrick came running at Slater and Slater made him pay for it with that flapjack. Kendrick now though with the reversal. Back first off the turnbuckle goes Heath. And now Kendrick showing off some agility. Back suplex. Takes down Slater. And now the Brian Kendrick grabbing a hold of the arm of the one-man band. And now Kendrick stomping on the fingers of Heath Slater. Kendrick getting vicious early on here in this match. And now, Kendrick went for a kick there. Slater caught the leg. And now Kendrick sent into the corner. Big forearm there by Slater. Kendrick may be loopy after that one. The velocity there on that forearm was tremendous, as now Slater with a snap suplex. And Slater is looking good thus far here in this contest as he scrapes the face of Kendrick. Tries to drive his knee into the back, but Kendrick slips out of the way. And there's an enziguri. That enziguri completely rattled Slater. Caught him right in the side of his head, as now Kendrick with a clothesline sends Slater to the outside. And Kendrick's going to follow. Slater though right back up to his feet, and Slater sending Kendrick back inside the ring. Smart decision, as you never know what devious tactics Kendrick may have in store. And now Slater, inverted power slam. And double knees into the midsection as well. Slater is looking good tonight. As now the Brian Kendrick gets sent into the corner. And in comes the man beast. Rhino is legal. And off the second rope with a double axe handle to the arm of Kendrick. German suplex now from behind. And Kendrick trying to make it to Bo Dallas to make a tag. Rhino putting a stop to it. Kendrick off the ropes. No back elbow for you, Rhino. But Rhino's power now comes into play. As Kendrick gets shoved to the ground and launched into the air as well. My goodness, what power there from Rhino. And now Rhino with a back elbow. And a second one. And now looking for a triple. Triple back elbows there by the Man Beast. And now Kendrick gets sent into the corner once again. Running shoulder tackle from Rhino. And Kendrick is reeling. Kick to the midsection. And Rhino, DDT. Planting the skull of Kendrick into the mat. Kendrick is in a lot of trouble, but as I say that, there's the reversal that Kendrick needs. And Kendrick looking to mount a comeback, but Rhino delivers the boot. And now Rhino, belly-to-belly suplex to Kendrick. This could be it. First cover of the match. And Bo Dallas is there to break it up. And now Slater from behind on Dallas, making him pay for breaking up the cover. Meanwhile, look at Rhino. He's lining up Kendrick. Gore! The gore to Kendrick. Rhino hooks the outside leg. Here's the cover on Kendrick. Slater and Rhino get another victory. Congratulations once again to Heath Slater and Rhino as we take a look back at this again. Off the boot with a belly-to-belly suplex. Could have been over here, but Bo Dallas was able to break it up and make the save. He paid the price though as he caught that back suplex from Slater, and then Kendrick felt the wrath of this gore. Watch the impact. Boom! Driven into the mat there with that gore. Rhino would hook the outside leg, and Rhino and Slater get their second victory here in the new era. Congratulations to Heath Slater and the Man Beast Rhino. They continue on their winning ways, building momentum here on Monday Night Raw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, still to come your way tonight, it is our main event of the evening. Baron Corbin looks to get another opportunity at the Universal Championship when he takes on the Monster Among Men tonight in one-on-one action. We are back here on Monday Night Raw as the show rolls on. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Mexico City, Kalisto. Kalisto set for action next here on Monday Night Raw, and well, Kalisto, one of the most high-flying luchadors we have here on the Red Brand. Absolutely incredible. The things he is able to do in the ring are insurmountable in my eyes. There is a reason why he is called the King of Flight. As here comes his opponent, the Velveteen Dream. Introducing his opponent from Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C., the Velveteen Dream. We saw the Velveteen Dream compete at the Raw exclusive Battleground pay-per-view, where he faced the Dutch Destroyer, Aleister Black. Unfortunately for the Dream, he wound up unsuccessful, but tonight he has a chance to rebound from that loss. Velveteen Dream is going to need to look out for Kalisto's speed and agility, while Kalisto will need to watch out for the mind games of the Velveteen Dream. Aleister Black got a taste of them at the Battleground pay-per-view, and suffice to say, Velveteen Dream, like, he's the first person I've ever known to get under the skin of Aleister Black. Black usually is as cool, calm and collected as they come, but we saw moments in the matchup at Battleground where Black lost his cool, and it all came down to the mind games of the Velveteen Dream. So it is Kalisto versus the Velveteen Dream here this evening, and the matchup is about to be underway as the referee calls for the bell, and here we go. Velveteen Dream starts things out aggressively as he takes Kalisto down to the mat with that shoulder tackle. And now the Dream early on, ground and pound on Kalisto, and there's a stomp for good measure. And now the Velveteen Dream getting Kalisto back up to a vertical base, delivers that shot to the back there. And now Kalisto head first off the turnbuckle. And now here's the aggression of the Dream. Unloading on Kalisto there in the corner. Kalisto now though with a standing switch. Shot to the back. And now the Dream sent off the ropes. Kalisto with a super kick, sending the Dream to the outside. And now as Kalisto lands, catches that kick, and there's a big uppercut by the Dream as well. And now the Velveteen Dream picking Kalisto up with ease and driving him onto his knee with that backbreaker. And now Kalisto gets sent back inside the ring off the backbreaker. Velveteen Dream's going to follow. And now both men back inside the ring. And here's the Velveteen Dream with another backbreaker. Really focusing in here on the back of Kalisto. It seems the Dream has found a game plan for this matchup. Target the back of Kalisto as there's a back suplex. And there is the arrogance now of the Dream coming out on full display as he applies the head scissors here on Kalisto. Kalisto though able to escape. Separation made as now Kalisto up on the shoulders. Hurricane Rana onto the Dream. And there's a shot to the back, sending the Dream into the corner momentarily. Tornado DDT now by Kalisto. And Kalisto is feeling it. Momentum switch here in this contest. And now the Velveteen Dream being picked back up to one knee. Big kick. And here comes Kalisto off the ropes. Spike Rana. Face first into the mat goes the Velveteen Dream. And now Kalisto may be about to fly. The King of Flight is going to live up to his nickname. Springboard Hurricane Rana. And the Dream once again rolls to the outside, creating separation. But here comes Kalisto. Dream back inside. Kalisto follows. Oh, the Dream with the neck breaker. Taking advantage. Now the cover by the Dream. And just a one count. Just a one count for the Velveteen Dream as now the Dream drives his elbow into the skull of Kalisto. And now here comes some more elbows to the shoulder blade of the Luchador. Velveteen Dream now back on the offensive after that neck breaker when Kalisto followed the Dream back inside the ring. And now what is this? Dream jackhammer. Shouts out to Goldberg. As now the Dream off the second rope. Big splash to the back. And again the Dream focusing in on the back of Kalisto as Kalisto now with the reversal off the ropes. Rope assisted Bulldog. What a move. Now Kalisto hooks the outside leg to put away the Dream. Only scores a 2. Near fall there for the King of Flight. Almost able to put away the Velveteen Dream, but almost does not count. As now Kalisto may look to fly off the second rope. No, decides against it. Very rare you see something like that. Oh, wait a minute. Kalisto just wanted to reposition the Dream. Smart decision. Phoenix splash off the middle rope. And that could be enough. But Kalisto not going to go for the cover. Instead, rolls through. Oh, caught the Dream in the side of the head with that kick. And that could be it. Here's the cover now by Kalisto for the victory. No, the Dream survives again. Another 2 count for Kalisto as now, Kalisto wants it. Kalisto wants the Salida del Sol. Here it comes. Oh, Dream caught him. Power slam. The power slam there by the Dream. And Kalisto has been set up. Kalisto does not want to be there. Velveteen Dream calling for it. Purple Rainmaker elbow. Here's the cover by the Dream. And the Velveteen Dream scores a victory coming off of the loss he suffered at Battleground. Let's take a look at that again. Kalisto wanted the Salida del Sol. Velveteen Dream caught it into a power slam. And that would set Kalisto up perfectly for the purple Rainmaker elbow. As we take a look at it again, watch the impact, boom, right to the heart of the luchador. And Kalisto down for the 3 count. Oh, wait a minute. Aleister Black, I demand you to come out to this ring right now. I want a rematch with you because at Battleground, you got lucky. And every single person knows it. Aleister, get out here right now. Is Aleister Black going to come out? I don't think so. No Aleister Black to be seen. He ain't coming. Oh. Well, that is not Aleister Black. That is our general manager of Monday Night Raw. That is Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash apparently not happy that Velveteen Dream is holding up his show right now. This was not scheduled to take place. Velveteen Dream grabbing a microphone and trying to call out Aleister Black again, but Kevin Nash I don't think is going to take too kindly to the Dream holding up his show. I hate to interrupt you, but it seems like you're holding up my show. If you don't leave, I'm gonna have to call for security to dispose of you. Kevin, I want another match with Aleister Black. Well, it seems to me like he's not interested in a match with you. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to get his attention, aren't I? Mission accepted. Mission accepted? What the hell does that mean? What does the Dream mean by that? Mission accepted? What? Well, nevertheless, up next here on Monday Night Raw, the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, will be in action when we return after this. Welcome back, everybody, to Monday Night Raw as Alicia Fox is set for action against the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. And if last week was any indication, Fox may have her work cut out for her here this evening. I hope she's ready for Asuka. I hear that not many people are, though, which is a bad sign for Fox. The atmosphere in this arena just changed as here comes the Empress of Tomorrow. Introducing her opponent from Osaka, Japan, Asuka. It is just so menacing to see Asuka making her way down to the ring, knowing that as soon as that bell rings, you are in for a fight. Asuka, one of the most fearsome strikers in all of WWE right now. I don't think any woman is as quite as deadly as Asuka in the ring. And Alicia Fox is going to have to find that out the same way that Dana Brooke found out last week here on the Red Brand. It was a roundhouse kick to the skull that put Dana Brooke away last week. Alicia Fox will need to look out for that here tonight in order to survive this battle. Alicia Fox one-on-one with the Empress of Tomorrow here tonight as the matchup is about to be underway. Here we go. And Asuka out of the gate with a spinning back fist. Oh, and there's a leg lariat to follow. Fox is already down. And here come those vicious kicks to the back of Alicia Fox. Fox needs to watch out for as many kicks as she can here in this match. As here comes some more, this time to the midsection. And now Asuka spinning heel kick to the skull as well. How quick is Asuka? She is scary quick. And Alicia Fox may already be reeling here in this match as Asuka looks for a slam. Fox with a counter. Shot to the back there of Asuka. But Asuka lands on her feet. Oh, another spinning back fist. Elbow smash. Kick to the leg and a forearm. Striking combination there by the Empress. And there's a knee as Fox rebounds off the ropes. Kick to the back of the head as well by Asuka. And now Fox back up to a vertical base. Asuka delivers that shot to the back of Fox. And head first off the turnbuckle goes Alicia. More kicks now in the corner. And now Asuka. Tiger suplex. Fox lands hard on her head. Bridges through. Does Asuka. Only for a 1 count. And you see, if I was Alicia Fox in that predicament, I would just let Asuka beat me. Spinning back kick now by Asuka. And there's the hip attack off the ropes. And look at Asuka just saying, bring it on. Is that all you've got? Asuka is just such a force to be reckoned with. As now, oh, wait a minute, Fox. Single arm DDT to Asuka. Fox now trying to mount a comeback, but Asuka caught the leg and oh, dragon screw leg whip by the Empress of Tomorrow. Oh, another big kick there by Asuka. And now Asuka has Fox. Knee to the skull. And now the Empress launching Fox across the ring with that suplex. And look at Fox telling Asuka to stop, begging her, but Asuka not going to oblige. Instead stomps the midsection of Alicia. And now Fox back up to a vertical base. Catches Asuka with a clothesline. And Fox, out of desperation, hooks the leg. She wants out of this match, but Asuka kicks out comfortably. And Asuka now slapping Fox away as Fox went for that shot off the ropes. And Asuka with that knee once again. Fox may be done, guys. I don't think she's got much left in the tank, as now Asuka with the armbar. Armbar locked in. What is Fox going to do? Fox may have to tap here. Armbar locked in. Alicia, though, is able to escape it. And now Alicia may be looking to mount a comeback once again here in this match. Asuka set up on the top rope. And Fox using that rope to her advantage. And now Fox wants a DDT, but Asuka there with a knee lift into the midsection. And now Fox sent off the ropes once again. And this time with the go behind, Asuka delivers a German suplex. And now Asuka wants Fox back up to her feet again. Asuka may be calling for the end. Fox better look out. Big right hand by Asuka. And oh, here it comes. Asuka lock. Asuka lock locked in. Asuka's got it locked in. And Fox has no choice but to tap out. Asuka with another victory here on Monday Night Raw. Is anybody ready for Asuka? That is now 2 victories for the Empress of Tomorrow here in the new era of WWE. First Dana Brooke, and now Alicia Fox has been added to the list of wrestlers that Asuka has defeated. Congratulations to the Empress of Tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. There's the Velveteen Dream. What is he doing? Looks like he's having a chat with Cesaro. I wonder what this is all about. Interesting. We are back here on Monday Night Raw. And here comes the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Dublin, Ireland, he is the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Sheamus making his way down to the ring as he is set for one-on-one action here next on Monday Night Raw, as he takes on one of the men that he battled in the Fatal 4-Way for the United States Championship at the Battleground pay-per-view. Sheamus will be taking on Drew McIntyre here this evening. Sheamus and McIntyre took it to one another at the opening of that fatal four-way at Battleground. And many people are saying that the reason that Sheamus unexpectedly took the fall during that match is because of the damage made by this man, Drew McIntyre. Which, let's be honest, that's a reasonable theory. Introducing his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, now makes his way down to the ring. And these two kick the everlasting hell out of each other at the Battleground pay-per-view during that fatal four-way for the United States Championship. These two men showing how much they want to be the United States Champion. These two are some of the best brawlers here in WWE right now. And at the Battleground pay-per-view, Sheamus took a hell of a beating at the hands of Drew McIntyre. McIntyre got some stiff shots in to the skull of the Celtic Warrior. It really is no surprise that Sheamus went down to that super kick by Kevin Owens after the damage made to the skull by McIntyre. And so here we go. Expect this matchup to be as physical as they come. As there's the bell, we are now underway. Sheamus going after McIntyre right away. McIntyre follows suit. Oh, and there's a sit-out spinebuster by McIntyre. These two trading blows already as soon as the matchup begins. And now Sheamus is up on the shoulders of McIntyre. Sheamus, though, able to escape with some elbows. And now here comes some big body blows by the Celtic Warrior. Looking to return those massive shots that McIntyre dealt to him at Battleground. And here comes some more, this time to the chest of Drew McIntyre. Oh, and there's a stiff shot right to the side of the head. Wow, McIntyre may be rocked after that one. Sheamus now gets McIntyre back up to his feet. McIntyre, though, reversing and sending Sheamus to the apron. And now Sheamus being suplexed back inside the ring. And McIntyre with some more shots now going to look for a powerbomb. Sheamus, though, fighting out of it. And now Sheamus drives his knee into the gut of McIntyre over and over again. And already this matchup is getting physical as McIntyre gets sent into the corner. Sheamus now, more knees to the gut of Drew McIntyre. And the Scottish psychopath may be in a bit of trouble. Sheamus really taking it to McIntyre early on here in this match, the opposite of what happened at Battleground. As there's a powerbomb from Sheamus into the cover now, first one off this match, and a kick out by McIntyre at one. WWE fans trying to get under the skin of Sheamus. McIntyre takes advantage. Drives Sheamus' arm into the mat with force. And now Sheamus is down to one knee. McIntyre again going to look for that powerbomb. And this time he gets it. Powerbomb to the Celtic Warrior. And now Sheamus set up again, maybe for another. A second powerbomb in a row perhaps here. And Drew McIntyre delivers it. Two big powerbombs there in a row. The power of Drew McIntyre. And oh no, belly to belly suplex over the head. And into the corner goes Sheamus. Drew McIntyre's power may be outmatched here on the red brand as Sheamus needs a breather. Sheamus needs to create separation here, but McIntyre now going to join Sheamus on the outside, and here we go again. More shots back and forth. These two again trading blows, and I told you this was going to be physical. There's some more body shots by Sheamus. Some punches to the skull as well as McIntyre goes headfirst off the turnbuckle post. And now McIntyre may be dazed after going headfirst into a turnbuckle post. Sheamus takes advantage. Oh, off the barricade goes McIntyre. Referee continuing to count out these two as McIntyre gets sent back inside the ring by Sheamus, and Sheamus will follow. Both men now back inside the ring as Sheamus misses there with that stomp. McIntyre off the elbow, went for a kick. Sheamus went for an uppercut. McIntyre with a forearm. Back and forth again as there's a flatliner from the Scottish psychopath. And now Sheamus taken down to the mat off the snapmare takedown, and now McIntyre drives his elbow into the shoulder blade of the Celtic Warrior. Sheamus picked back up to his feet now, and here's McIntyre. No, Sheamus able to reverse with the elbow, and now McIntyre caught the Irish Curse backbreaker. And Sheamus is rolling. McIntyre up against the ropes now, and Sheamus with a clothesline, sending McIntyre to the outside once more. And these two need to be careful not to get counted out, as there's a knee right to the chest by Sheamus. And now McIntyre once again on the shoulder of the Celtic Warrior. Oh, and now off the apron. First the barricade and now the apron goes McIntyre. And now Sheamus not quite done. Up on the shoulders once again is Drew McIntyre, and again into the barricade. This time back first. And now Sheamus sending McIntyre back inside the ring again. McIntyre being picked back up to his feet. And Sheamus looking for white noise. McIntyre reverse DDT. Great counter. Sheamus is really giving the damage back to Drew McIntyre here tonight for what he did to him at Battleground, that's for sure, as there's a knee to the back by the Scottish psychopath. And now McIntyre's calling for the Claymore kick. Claymore kick incoming, and there it is. Claymore kick to Sheamus, but Sheamus right back up. Double axe handle and a second one. Fighting spirit from Sheamus. Power slam. Sheamus with some fighting spirit. That is how tough Sheamus is. And now McIntyre set up for white noise. Sheamus delivers it. White noise to McIntyre. Sheamus hooks the outside leg to put away McIntyre here. No, kick out at 2. And this matchup just changed drastically. Things are really heating up now, as McIntyre sends Sheamus into the corner off the counter. And now McIntyre setting Sheamus up on the top turnbuckle. McIntyre with something big planned here. Sheamus may be in trouble. Oh my goodness, look at this power. Holding Sheamus in midair. This is incredible. Stalling superplex to Sheamus. And that could be it. McIntyre though not done. Double axe handle misses. Sheamus caught McIntyre. Another Irish Curse backbreaker. And now McIntyre picked back up to a vertical base again. Here's Sheamus. One-handed chokeslam. Here's the cover on McIntyre. And oh, kick out at 2 once again. Another near fall for the Celtic Warrior, as now Sheamus drops the elbow to the chest of the Scottish psychopath, and Sheamus bashing McIntyre's head into the canvas. Over and over again. That could cause a concussion. And now Sheamus with a shot to the back there of McIntyre. And McIntyre head first off the turnbuckle now. Sheamus though catching that boot. And there's a clothesline by Drew. Stomp now to the midsection. And McIntyre may be looking for the Claymore kick for a second time. He's lining it up. Look out, Sheamus. Oh! A second Claymore kick to the Celtic Warrior. McIntyre though not going to go for the cover. Instead delivers that stomp to the arm of Sheamus. This is more about winning now. I think this has become personal with all these stiff shots. Full Nelson slam from Sheamus. And now Sheamus getting McIntyre up on his shoulders again. Rolls through with a rolling fireman's carry slam. And now, off the second rope, forearm to McIntyre. And now McIntyre picked back up to his feet once again. Sheamus has McIntyre. Fall away slam. Across the ring goes the Scottish psychopath. You look stupid chance once again. Directed, of course, at the Celtic Warrior. As Sheamus looks in the camel clutch. Submission maneuver locked in. What is McIntyre going to do? Is he going to tap out? No, McIntyre escapes the camel clutch. And here's a cover putting the pressure on Sheamus. Is McIntyre. Kick out though once again. And now Sheamus off the elbow. Went for the uppercut. McIntyre with another stiff shot to the skull. Kick now to the midsection. And wait a minute. Future Shock DDT. The Future Shock DDT from McIntyre. Cover. And Drew McIntyre puts away Sheamus. That may mean that Drew McIntyre is next in line for a United States Championship match. And I am talking about a singles match against Kevin Owens, not a fatal four-way. McIntyre may have just earned himself a one-on-one United States Championship match with the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. McIntyre reigns supreme here tonight in Albany. Congratulations to the Scottish psychopath. Still to come your way tonight though, Baron Corbin looks to get another opportunity at the Universal title as he takes on the monster among men and the Universal Champion Braun Strowman here tonight. We are back here on Monday Night Raw, and from what I'm being told, the Velveteen Dream is searching for Aleister Black, and he has been since he called Black out earlier on tonight. Velveteen Dream, though, obviously no such luck in finding the Dutch Destroyer.
Y'all know what time it is. This the part where we crank it up. Let's crank it up. Now here we go. People over there, what's up? You feel me? Stand up and say what's up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? You can get with this or you can get with that. You better get with this, cause this is where it's at. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? See how these give me the jump in, even the competition. I make them disappear like your favorite magician. And I ride it till the wheel fall off. I bounce back to back till their necks get soft. Most of the time you see me, I'm being simple. Give me the times I'll be busting them up like a pimple. Stating my claim to fame, to be one of the daddy's young brothers. Step foot in this game, and I haven't even started yet. You can really believe I take it off the show shop bet. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, R-Truth? R-Truth set for action here tonight on Monday Night Raw. But oh no. R-Truth is set to face the Samoan submission machine. Introducing his opponent from Huntington Beach, California, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe making his way down to the ring. And this is not going to be a good night for R-Truth. Samoa Joe coming off of a victory over Seth Rollins at the Battleground pay-per-view. Joe and Rollins took each other on in a street fight, and the Samoan submission machine reigned supreme. Samoa Joe told me earlier on tonight that he is done with Rollins now and is moving on to bigger and better things, whatever that entails. So here we go, R-Truth versus Samoa Joe. There's the bell. We are underway, and Samoa Joe with a running STO out of the gate. And R-Truth. Oh, wait a minute. R-Truth fighting back. R-Truth drop kick. Samoa Joe is down. And R-Truth going on the offensive. This is a smart decision by R-Truth, trying to catch Joe off guard. Sit out facebuster there by Truth a moment ago, and now R-Truth, oh no, couldn't lift Samoa Joe as Joe takes out R-Truth's legs. Leg sweep there by the Samoan submission machine, and now Truth off the ropes catches that flying forearm on the rebound, and there's a knee right to the skull as well. And this is what Samoa Joe loves to do. He loves to inflict as much pain as possible, as there's a chop to the back and a sockable kick to the face. Oh, sent on by the big man. All the weight of Samoa Joe crashing down there onto R-Truth. And now Joe looking for a powerbomb maybe, but look at R-Truth again managing to fight back. And now R-Truth, float over neckbreaker. R-Truth again going on the offensive, looking to mount a comeback here in this match as he drops the elbows to the chest of Samoa Joe. And now Truth may look to fly. Up on the second rope is R-Truth, and here's Truth with a missile drop kick. Missile drop kick there by R-Truth. Joe once again down as R-Truth taunts away to his fans in attendance tonight. Believe me, Truth, that's the last thing you need to worry about here. Oh, as Joe delivers the inverted DDT. And now Samoa Joe with the armbar. R-Truth, though, again still fighting. Massive forearm. Oh, went for the lie detector. Samoa Joe gets out of the way. And now Truth sent off the ropes. Reverse atomic drop by Joe on the rebound. And now Samoa Joe getting R-Truth back up to his feet. Truth again, though, reversing. And sending Joe into the corner. Samoa Joe now, though, with the reversal. And there's a massive jab. Backing Truth into the corner. And here comes some more jabs from Samoa Joe. And uh-oh, Samoa Joe with the face washers. And R-Truth better look out. Oh, there's another one. Joe got a run up for that last one. And R-Truth may be out because of it. As now, oh, R-Truth with the jawbreaker. Still with life left within him, clearly. And now R-Truth. Suplex, no, Joe with a knee to the skull. And now here's the speed of Samoa Joe. And now Samoa Joe wants R-Truth back up to his feet again. R-Truth is in a bad way as he gets sent into the corner. Hip attack by Joe. And there's an enziguri. Enziguri caught Truth on the side of his head, and he could be out. And Samoa Joe now looks to finish off R-Truth, looking for the coquina clutch. And R-Truth caught. Samoa Joe's got it locked in. And there's the body scissors. R-Truth with nowhere to go. What is he going to do? He's going to tap out. He had no choice. Samoa Joe gets another victory here tonight on Monday Night Raw as he gets closer to whatever his bigger plans entail. Well, speaking of somebody else with bigger plans, how about Baron Corbin? Tonight he goes one-on-one with the Universal Champion in a rematch from the Battleground pay-per-view. Corbin looks for another opportunity to capture the Universal Championship in the future. Will he be able to defeat Braun Strowman? We'll find out next. Welcome back, everybody, to Monday Night Raw, as it is now time for our main event of the evening. And there is the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Kansas City, Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin took on the Universal Champion Braun Strowman at the Battleground pay-per-view for the championship, but wound up unsuccessful. He has somehow got another opportunity here tonight against Strowman, but in a non-title situation. If Baron Corbin is able to get the victory over Strowman here tonight, that will no doubt put him in line for another championship match with the Monster Among Men. Corbin looking to get himself another chance to become the Universal Champion here this evening. All he has to do is defeat the Monster Among Men, which is easier said than done. And speaking of the Monster Among Men, there he is. He now makes his way down to the ring. Introducing his opponent, he is the Universal Champion, Braun Strowman. Strowman has held that championship since the SummerSlam pay-per-view where he defeated Triple H for the title, as wait a minute, Corbin rushing after Strowman, and these two will collide on the outside. And now Strowman sending Corbin right back inside the ring again. Oh, as there's a massive boot on the apron to the skull of Corbin. And the referee calling for the bell. We are now underway as Strowman takes advantage in the early stages of this match. And now the Universal Champion driving his knee into the gut of Corbin before delivering the double axe handle to the back. And now Strowman launches Corbin across to the other side of the ring by his leg. That is power. As now, wait a second, Corbin going to try and fight back here. Single arm DDT, and Strowman rolls to the outside now. And in comes Strowman. Right back in again as Baron Corbin tries to unload. Strowman though with a forearm, dazing Corbin. And now Strowman has Corbin up, but Corbin with some elbows, creating separation. And now look at Corbin, the former Golden Gloves boxing champion, able to take Strowman off his feet with some right hands. And now from behind, backbreaker to Strowman. Knee driven right there into the back, and there's a stomp to the midsection. As Strowman now delivers the elbow to the gut there of Corbin, follows it up with a running STO. And now Corbin has to roll out of harm's way. Baron Corbin now getting himself back up to his feet on the apron. And Braun Strowman went for the right hand. Corbin with one of his own dazes Strowman. And now here comes the Lone Wolf, again trying to fight back against the monster. Strowman sent into the corner now, and Corbin with a massive clothesline. We saw that at Battleground. Here's the first cover now, and a kick out at one by Strowman. And now the Universal Champion picked back up to his feet as Corbin delivers another backbreaker. And another stomp to the midsection as well. Uh-oh, that kick may have infuriated Strowman. And we saw last week how infuriated Strowman can get off a shot like that, as there's the cutter. Face first into the mat goes Corbin. Of course, I'm referring to the fact that Owens infuriated Strowman at the end of his matchup with him last week. And well, it led to Strowman hitting the power slam and getting the victory. Corbin needs to be careful not to do the same thing here tonight to Strowman. As now, Strowman is in the corner, and look at Corbin going on the offensive with some knees into the gut of Strowman now. Strowman sent down to the mat as Corbin taunts away to the WWE fans. Big kick there to the back. And now Corbin trying to get Strowman back up to his feet. Strowman though with the elbow. And now a spine buster by the Monster Among Men. Back first into the mat goes Corbin, and now Strowman looking for the elevated triangle choke, but Corbin knew it was coming. Great counter there from Corbin as he gets sent into the corner once again now by Strowman, and Strowman setting Corbin up on the top rope. And now Braun Strowman looking for something big here. Superplex perhaps. Corbin's up. Albany manages to land on his feet, and head first goes Strowman off the turnbuckle. And now Corbin taking advantage. End of days. to put away the monster. Here's the cover. What a win this would be. But Strowman's able to kick out at 2. And Corbin can't believe it. He looked at the referee as if to say, are you sure? Oh, and another kick to the back, infuriating Strowman. Strowman did not feel it. Strowman getting into the face of Corbin, and Corbin not going to take too kindly to that. As now here comes Corbin with some more big shots, but there he goes. Sent to the outside, and wait a minute. Samoa Joe, what is he doing out here? Samoa Joe. Oh, wait a minute, the referee doesn't see, but Samoa Joe has Strowman. Strowman sent into the corner. Reverse DDT. Referee still hasn't noticed. Now he does. And he calls this matchup off. Strowman being tossed across the ring by Joe. And Corbin now. Corbin going after Joe. Clearly annoyed at the fact that he just lost this match thanks to Joe by disqualification. And Baron Corbin unloading on Samoa Joe in the corner with some knees. And now Joe sent down to the mat. And Baron Corbin looking to send Samoa Joe a little message here. End of days. But Strowman's back inside the ring. And Baron Corbin didn't see him coming. Strowman running power slam to Corbin. And now the monster among men gonna go after Joe as well. Here comes another power slam. This time to Samoa Joe. And the Universal Champion just laid out both men. Braun Strowman standing tall at the end of Monday Night Raw. Corbin's opportunity may have just gone up in flames.